Good morning, thriving warriors. Boom, good system. Okay, Google, what is the date?
It's Monday, February 27, 2023.
Okay, Google, what is the time?
It's 6:09 a.m.
Great. Okay, Google, what's the weather?
It's 35 and partly cloudy. Today, it'll be cloudy with a high of 55 and a low of 35.
Okay, Google, what is the weather? Try that again one more time. Okay, Google, what is the weather?
It's 35 and partly cloudy. Today, it'll be cloudy with a high of 55 and a low of 35. Due to current wind conditions, it feels like it's 28.
Well, I don't see any wind and it's perfectly clear out there. No clouds in the sky. The sun is coming up. We've got to turn the camera a little bit that way so that the light from outside does not distract. All righty then. Okay, so here we are at Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help you get from point A to point B on your journey. And it is a journey. It's not a sprint. It's not a marathon. It's a journey. Highs, lows, excitement, fear, uncertainty, doubt, boredom, ennui, etc. The whole range of emotions. So we're here to help you along the path on your journey. We do it through breadcrumbs. This is the first breadcrumb. There's 17 breadcrumbs below. Good morning, Matt Fisher. Good morning. Hopefully you're doing well today, etc. Putting on your best, you're putting your best foot forward, taking pride in what you do. First guy out of the box, Matt Fisher. Cool. All righty. So we have 17 more, 16 or 17 breadcrumbs below. Please, that's where the action is. It's not my 10 minutes. It's the hour or so down below in the description. Please click on the bell, subscribe, share, thumbs up. You know the thing. So here we are. Let's get started. All right. First things first. What are first things? First things. Coffee. Right. Coffee in the morning with MCT oil. A little splash of that. Pen. Good morning, Diana. Paper to take notes, because on the mental leg of our table, it's about learning, remembering, communicating. So this is an example of that. You're communicating by participating in the chat. You're learning by being here and writing things down, and remembering by writing things down and reviewing it. Cool. Great. It's great. I have to look at how Tony the Tiger said that. Okay, next breadcrumb, bleep. Next breadcrumb on our trail to Successville is our theme. We have a daily breadcrumb theme. Today, it's simple. And when we say simple, it just means it's simple. Doesn't mean it's easy. Big difference. It's simple. Have courage. Be fearless. So what you need to do is just tell yourself, hey, I'm going to have courage today. I'm going to be fearless. Then when the opportunity presents for you to do so, you are pre-programmed to do it. Next, our daily thing that we have gratitude for. So write down, I am so happy and grateful now that blank. What are you happy and grateful for now? I have 3 things actually. So let's just do that. Ponder it for a second. So Matt, ask yourself the question, what am I happy and grateful for about right now? Reading your mind. Oh, that you're watching the video, that you're participating. Okay, well, I think you can do a little bit better than that. You've got a job, You're making money. You've got purpose. You have opportunity. You have opportunity to move forward. You're free. You're free and you're single. Good system. Good cracker. Okay, so I'm kind of happy and grateful for three things. One, day one, new Baraka thing at 6:30. Number two, day one of the week. This is the week where it's all coming together. A lot of good things with Boxable, a lot of good things with the mobile home park, a lot of good things with the Oasis, a lot of good things with Randy on the American Legion front. A lot of good things happening. This is the week. We're making it happen. All right, that's what I'm happy and grateful for. And I think we have a new record of people here. 3, 6, 9. 9 people here. 9 people plus me. 9 people plus me. We're making progress. Good system. Where's Charlene? Where is Charlene? Looks like Matt Fisher might have departed. Diana, are you still there? All right, so now here we are. So we've done our intro, our theme, some memes for the day. It takes courage. It takes courage to get out there and do stuff. It's easy to be mediocre. It's easy to fit in with the people who just don't really do much. It takes courage. Acknowledge it. Okay. TED Talk. Okay. This is week 1. So we're at 7 minutes. This is week 1 in our 4-week program. The fundamental purpose of our 4-week program is to answer 2 questions. Who am I and why do I behave the way I do? Who am I? We think we know who we are, but if we actually investigate it a little bit, we'll find out we don't. We have a very attenuated view, understanding of who we are. We do it through a neuroscience-oriented approach to discovering who I am and why do I behave as I do. And so that's what we're going to talk about the next 4 weeks. The basic, simple answer is that I am I. I am the potential of everything I can become. So if I create an idea of who I am, who I want to be a better person in the future, Jordan Peterson stuff, I can become that person. I'm not the person. I don't have to be the person shaped by external things or false beliefs. Okay. Why do I behave the way I do? Well, it's pretty simple. From a neuroscience perspective, neurotransmitters are released. So we don't have to think. We have this other system, part of which Jordan Peterson calls the dopaminergic system. We have this system that when it is certain things trigger it, we have a release of neurotransmitters and hormones, and those cause us to feel certain ways. And based upon how we feel, it affects our behavior. Our behavior affects the outcome, and the outcome tends to reinforce our beliefs. So we start with the belief, and when the belief comes true or doesn't come true, neurotransmitters and hormones are released in our system that make us feel a certain way, and we behave based upon our feelings. So if you hear a growling under your bed at night and you have a belief in witches and monsters, that growling, you're going to believe it's witches and monsters. You're going to get a surge of cortisol and adrenaline. You're going to feel fear. But it wasn't that at all. It was something totally different, totally harmless. But we had a belief, and that belief caused us to act, to feel a certain way, and our feelings caused us to act a certain way. And our actions led to a certain outcome, and the outcome tended to support our beliefs. So what we're going to focus on this week is understanding that introduction orientation. Today, the first talk, day 1.1, is Dr. Daniel Amen talking about what they've learned from 83,000 brain scans. Now it's probably closer to 200,000 brain scans. But this TED Talk, 83,000 brain scans, is what do we learn? The brain can be easily damaged 5 ways. Drugs, alcohol, traumatic brain injury, something growing on your brain, and disease. So there's other ways, but 5 primary ways your brain can be damaged. Your brain can be repaired to an extent. Could be a large extent, could be a small extent, depends upon the type and amount of injury. So the brain can be repaired. So the brain can be damaged. The brain can be repaired through a Brain Smart program. Cool. Well, this is a Brain Smart program. Our focus on helping repair your brain is not to remember things from the past, but to prepare you to be successful in the future. We're a place we call Successville, and we use a metaphor of driving a car to get to Successville. So week 1, we're learning what is the car, how do we operate the car to a certain extent, but the idea of Successville, where do we want to get there, the high level overview of what do we need to get to Successville. So this is a Brain Smart program. Brain Smart programs rely a lot upon repetition. How do you remember things, create new pathways in the brains? So it could be mental repetition, verbal repetition, physical repetition, combination of all of those, other types of repetition. So that's the Brain Smart program. That's day 1. Here we are, 11 minutes and 30 seconds in. So apologies, kind of a long introduction, but it's worth it because you need to get the starting point. Seth Godin, avert your eyes. There are things we avoid looking at too closely. True. If we looked, really saw what was happening, we'd have to change our minds, admit we were mistaken, refactor our priorities, or take action. It's so frightening that we even hesitate to make a list of the things we don't want to look at, because the list itself is frightening. If we don't see, it feels safer. The conclusion is what? Don't avert your eyes. Okay. That's one of the Seth Godin other ways to it. When we avert our eyes, we kind of put ourselves in this little cocoon of, it's not that bad. However, our theme for today is have courage, be fearless. Have courage, be fearless. Don't avert your eyes. All right. Winding it up, table. So the exercise that we do, a way to think about what we're doing here is we create a table and we put the stuff that we've accumulated through our lives on this table. And when we're done, that's what's left. The stuff on the table. So in order to do that, we want the largest possible table. To do that, the table needs to be stable, needs to be strong, sturdy, able to hold the weight of the things we're putting on it. And our table starts with 4 legs. Most people have a 3-legged table. And most of the time, the 3 legs are physical, mental, and emotional. They don't have a spiritual leg. Some people have a spiritual leg, and my observation of them is they're lacking in the mental. They're not good at learning, remembering, and communicating things other than the spiritual stuff, because it's not important. What's important is later. What's important is worshiping my God, because I am not worthy. I don't have that view, but that's the people that have a strong spiritual bound. My observation is typically they are weakest on the mental leg. So table, 4 legs, physical, fitness and health. Our body is designed to carry a load, and but we need to take in good, nutritious food and avoid non-nutritious things. Mental. Here, learning, remembering, communicating. If you learn something and you don't remember it, what is that like, Diane? It's like not learning it. If you learn something and you remember, but you can't communicate, that's pretty much the same as not learning it. Okay, you have to do all three. Have the ability to learn, to remember, communicate. Bam, boom. Okay, third leg, emotional. Control your emotions and learn to influence the emotions of others in a positive way so that they help you and help other people. And remember, if you can't control your emotions, don't worry. Somebody else will, and they'll probably take you out of the game. And then lastly, spiritual leg of the table. For us here, it is the belief that Jesus is the Messiah. Jesus is the Messiah. Yeah. And for those who don't want to believe it, good, Diana. If you don't want to believe that, that's okay, but we live in a Christian world, so it doesn't hurt you to understand the world you are living in. It makes sense. The old expression, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Understand how the Christian system works. You will be more successful in it. And let's see, SEALs, Navy SEAL, Diana's already put it out there. Second to last breadcrumb, act such that yesterday was the only easy day. Push yourself just a little bit more today. Learn a little bit more, think a little bit more, do a little bit more, help other people a little bit more. And the last breadcrumb at 16:52, 17 minutes. If you're still here, God isn't through with you yet. Can I get in cut? There's more to do. And cut. And cut.